shouting as well. Brother, no, I'll tell you straight forward, brothers, you know, let us
That's
deal
not
with it.
straightforward, man.
Just stop shouting. Let me deal with it. So this is.
You get me? Don't slander, man.
Can I ask her to give me that one, please? That mic is good, man. So here,
don't smoke the reefer. Sorry.
Come on, man. So this is a Christian prince who soccer film promotes, Paperboy promotes. This guy, he prays. This guy, he's speaking to so-called ex-Muslim. By the way, if you wanna be rich, open a channel in YouTube. Open YouTube channel and call yourself ex-Muslim. You become rich. And this clown, he never been Muslim in his life, or he was a Muslim. Maybe he has psychological problem with Islam. Then somehow he become an expert in Islam. So as they say, the enemies of Islam, even they hate one another, but they will unite against the Muslims. So this ex-Muslim, who's an atheist, who believes Christianity is a backward religion, but he has no problem to cooperate with the Christian prince. Who Christian prince? A person who prays acquisition court. What is acquisition court? Acquisition court when the Spanish Christians were slaughtering and killing the Muslims and the Jews in Spain. And even other Christians, they know about it. But yet, these liars, so-called film, running away from condemning him. Yes, I condemned it. Yes, it's up to the Muslims. Muslims here, they should condemn terrorists. And we should not allow a terrorist Muslims come in this place. And there's no something called Islamic terrorists. Islam is against any type of terrorism. You see, the point here is, why double standard? Now let me give you another gift. I want to speak to you after Raj, please. Yeah? Another gift now. Bob the Builder. Did you not know Bob the Builder? In the video I have it here. I'm going to play it. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, you can go Sunni Dawah videos and my video called Shamsi exposing Anjem Chowdhury followers, yeah? I was exposing Anjem Chowdhury follower, but I was very surprised and I was very amazed. How come the Christians never expose Bob the Liar? Bob the Liar, he praised also the acquisition court. And he praised, that's the video, you can hear it, hopefully. Hopefully, because what I made to expose every terrorist, inshallah ta'ala.
Inshallah.
I can't hear it, you can't hear it. But he's saying the Christianity that he follows is a Christianity that defeated so and so. Then he said the Christianity that defeated the Muslims in Spain. And if you're aware, any person who studies history, except Islamic haters, the likes of Tommy Robinson and his followers, is known, historically speaking, that when the Spanish took over Portugal, likewise took over Grenada, they were burning the Muslims alive. Who's praising them? Bob the Liar, saying he's a follower of those guys. But yet no Christians will speak against him. So what is the double standard? Me, alhamdulillah, I spoke against Anjem Chowdhury openly. And when I spoke against those people, not because they were in the court, but way before. I never knew they were in the court. But way before, because I believe they are misguided. And I don't sit with them. I don't hang around with them. Doesn't mean because he's Muslim, I have to sit with him. How can he sit with someone who has a dangerous belief, he supports Anjem Chowdhury? Understand? So it's up to us, my Muslim brothers here, and speak his corner. We have to be just. The other non-Muslims, they have a point. If you are free from terrorism, why are you leaving someone hanging around without exposing him? We have to expose him to show them that we have nothing to do with him. Understand? Likewise, we expose the Christian liars, the Christian terrorists. And that's what I do, alhamdulillah ta'ala. نعم الله سبحانه وتعالى وكونوا أمة وجعلناكم أمة وسطا. We made you a moderate nation. Also, the Christian missionaries here, they love ISIS. They will support ISIS with money. Why? Because that will be good for them to give a bad name about Islam.
Shamsi, I've got one question still.
Go on.
How do we know by the ideology that they're bad before they do anything bad?
I know what? Mala guide you. I was going to say Mala bless you, but Mala guide you to the truth. But it's a good question. That is a good question. The question he asked Leo here, he said, how do we know? How can we know them? How can we know these extremists before carrying out evil act? One of the ideologies they believe, they always talk about politics. Always, Muslim countries are not Muslims. The Muslim leaders are kuffar. We should rebel against them. Always, that's one of the main characteristics. main characteristics, instead of teaching the Muslim what benefit them, they would talk about something which is way above the Muslim's head. Layman I'm talking about. So what if you see the Muslims always talking about the Muslim country are disbelievers? Because what you have to understand, Leo, and all of you here, brothers and sisters and ladies and gentlemen, that these guys, their main target are the Muslims. They believe the Muslims, they are their worst enemies. Who said that? Not me. There's an American professor. He said ISIS, Jabhat al-Nusra, other than them, they carried out terrorist acts in the Muslim countries more than anyone else. So they killed more Muslims than anyone else. However, now because of what's happened in Iraq and Syria, with the British and the American British are not there. So brother, come down. The British are not there. If they're there, I'll say Yemen. When the British and American went to Iraq, so they said, look, what they're doing now, they're misleading the Muslims. They say we are fighting for Islam. Look, the non-Muslims are coming to take over our countries. No. They just they are using this excuse to misguide the Muslims, to mislead the Muslims. The main target is to kill the Muslims. That's why in the 90s, the lack of ISIS and Jabhat al-Nusra and Shabab, they were killing us in Algeria for a decade. And the heads of them came to Europe. And when the Muslim government asked the European government to give them back, they are murderers, they are killers, what they said, they are under human rights. But when they start killing the people in Britain and France, they say, no, they are dangerous. Hold a minute, they were dangerous a decade before. When we tell you they are dangerous, they believe us. So alhamdulillah, we, Muslims, Salafis, we've been warned against extremists from day one. Not to please no one except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to show Islam is free from them. So their ideology is what? Talking about Muslim countries. There's no Muslim country. The Muslim leaders are kuffar. We have to rebel. And it's okay to kill did you know Abu Qatada, for example? Abu Qatada, one of the dangerous individuals. He gave a fatwa in the 90s that it was okay to kill Muslim children and a woman in Algeria. So are you telling me they are doing it for Islam? They're killing Muslims more than anyone else.
How do they justify it?
Of course, they're going to justify it by saying what? As I've mentioned, for example, they say they're not Muslims. They're not justified by this of the Quran, to be honest. Their justification, they are coming to our countries, taking over. Therefore, it's okay to kill them.
They don't quote any sources that they say is Islamic.
For example, show me the verse.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They will twist verses without any doubt. For example, the verses that talk about jihad in a battlefield, but that's not those verses talking about country with a government, with an army, and there is a conditions to it. Not carrying knife on London Bridge, stabbing every human being, every person. There's no verse. Wallahi, there's no verse or hadith. And like my ustad, my teacher Abu Khadija said, the best way to refute ISIS and Jabhat al-Nusra and the extremists is by using the Quran. The Quran, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, in a battlefield, when there is a war, legislative war, don't kill women, don't kill innocent people. Let alone go into London Bridge, stabbing people, claiming for Islam. He was doing it for Satan. He was not doing it for Allah. He was doing it for Satan.
Sorry, brother, sorry.
Can I have water? Oh yeah, my coffee. I'm Algerian. You know, as I've mentioned, we North African, Algerian, Moroccan, Tunisian, we love coffee.
صديقي, can I ask you a question? صاحبي, من فضلك.